The deal between Biden and McCarthy has several implications for the federal budget. One of them is that it raises the debt limit for 2 years. This means that the government can borrow more money to pay its bills until January. The deal also affects how much money the government can spend on different programs. One of the main areas of spending is non-defense discretionary spending. This includes things like education, health, science, environment, and foreign aid. The deal sets a cap on this type of spending for fiscal year 2024, and the cap is roughly the same as the current level, for it is slightly higher for 2025, by 1%. This cap is lower than what Biden had proposed in his budget. He wanted to increase non-defense discretionary spending by 16% in 2024 and 18%, and he argued that this would help invest in the future of the country and address social and economic challenges. But Republicans opposed his plan. They wanted to cut non-defense discretionary spending to 2022 levels. They argued that this would help reduce the debt and limit the size of government. The deal is a compromise between these two positions. It avoids drastic cuts or increases in non-defense discretionary spending. It also avoids a default on the debt, which could have caused a financial crisis. But it also means that some of Biden's priorities may not get enough funding. And it may not satisfy some Republicans who wanted more spending cuts. One of the key aspects of the debt ceiling deal between Biden and McCarthy was a compromise on the work reporting mandates for some elderly food stamp recipients. This was a contentious issue that had stalled the negotiations for weeks. The Republicans wanted to tighten the requirements for older Americans who receive Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, benefits, also known as food stamps. They argued that this would encourage more people to find jobs and reduce dependency on government assistance. The Democrats opposed this measure, saying that it would unfairly penalize seniors who face barriers to employment, such as health problems, caregiving responsibilities, or lack of skills. They also pointed out that most SNAP recipients who can work already do so, and that the program has a positive impact on the economy and public health. The deal that was reached includes a compromise on this issue. The work reporting mandates will be increased for some elderly food stamp recipients, but not as much as the Republicans initially demanded. The new rules will apply only to those who are between 60 and 62 years old, and who do not have any dependents or disabilities. They will have to report their work status every month, instead of every 6 months as before. If they fail to do so, they will lose their benefits for 1 month. The deal also includes some exemptions and waivers for those who face hardships or live in areas with high unemployment. The compromise was seen as a victory for Biden, who managed to protect funding for clean energy and environmental programs that were part of his Build Back Better agenda. These programs include tax credits for renewable energy sources, electric vehicles, and energy efficiency, grants for climate resilience and environmental justice, and investments in clean water and air infrastructure. The Democrats argued that these programs are essential for addressing the climate crisis and creating millions of good-paying jobs. The Republicans opposed these programs, saying that they would increase government spending and debt and hurt the fossil fuel industry. The deal was also seen as a victory for McCarthy, who avoided a default on the national debt that could have triggered a global financial crisis. He also secured some concessions from the Democrats on the work reporting mandates, which he said would promote work ethic and fiscal responsibility. He also claimed that he had prevented the Democrats from passing their social spending bill through reconciliation, a process that bypasses the filibuster and requires only a simple majority in the Senate.